Hi everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. Just getting rid of yesterday's cards. And I'm going to have a little shuffle. And pop down some cards for today. So just having a little shuffle with the black and white Faulkner deck. Let's have a little look and see what we've got going on today. Okay, so our card for today is the Ace of Pentacles. So Ace of Pentacles is a really good card, and what it talks about is new energy, new beginnings around work, money, business, that sort of thing. It could be a new business opportunity, something coming up for you to make into a business. Could be some hobby that you've got that you are thinking about taking into making a real big business out of for yourself. The Pentacles cards often come up when talking about things that are creative. So it could be, you know, something that's been kind of permeating in your, I don't know if that's actually a word, in your mind for a while, and it's kind of been there, and it's just been like you're thinking about it and you're going and you've got this idea and you're gonna, you know, you've been thinking about it and you're not sure. This is an opportunity to kind of do that. It's an opportunity to make a new business for yourself. So it's a really, really positive cards. In terms of a card for the day, it could be something that comes in where you kind of go, yeah, I'd like to have a go at that. Or it could be something, like I say, that's been around for a little while, that all of a sudden you get that kind of bit of oomph to let yourself go and do it. So it's all about that kind of lovely new energy around business and work and money. Could be new opportunities, could be self-employment, could be anything like that. Anything where you are... When I look at the Wands cards and the Pentacles cards, Wands, when they come up like new opportunities, it tends to be, for me, I'm not saying it's like this for everybody, but for me, it tends to be opportunities in work where you might be working for someone else. So like a new job. When the Ace of Pentacles comes up, it seems to me that it comes up mostly for a business opportunity. So working for yourself, either like being an entrepreneur or being self-employed. It just tends to come out that way for me. So when I'm looking at the Ace of Pentacles, it tends to be more about working for yourself, really, rather than working for somebody else. Doesn't always work out that way for everybody, so bear that in mind. It could just be a new opportunity, but it does talk about this new opportunity bringing in more money to you, so kind of more abundance and that sort of thing. So let's have a look and see what we've got with the Mystic Shaman Oracle today. I'm going to keep this quite short and sweet today because I had a bit of a late sleep in, so time is short today. So let me just have a little shuffle and pop down one of these to go with this lovely Ace of Pentacles for us. Oh, completion. Interesting. This is like the World card, okay, in the tarot. So this is a mystical shaman deck. So there's probably a slightly different meaning to this. But when I look at it, I just straight away felt like I was looking at the World card. So obviously, you know, you've got this circle, this kind of complete circle. When we look at circles, in terms of symbology, the actual circle, it's a kind of a never-endingness. You know, it's something that has no end. I mean, you can see it has no end. It's got a complete circle. You know, when we give a wedding ring to someone, that's why. It's because it's supposed to be something that lasts forever. When we do that, so that's the whole kind of idea with circles, is that there is something that never ends, but it has a completeness to it. So let me just have a look and see what we've got when I look at the book meaning for this. So I'm kind of really drawn to the centre, and I don't actually know even what this is in here, this little shape, but I can see the heart in there. So there's a kind of something heartfelt in this card. So it could be that, you know, you are about to find somebody that brings about that feeling of completeness with you. It just feels to me like we've got a bit of that going on with this, because I'm really drawn to that heart in the centre. So let me have a little look and just see what the card meaning is in the book from Colette Baron Reid's guidebook. Let's just see what she's got to say. Completion. So, all things have a beginning, a middle and an end. This is the nature of life. The seed, the flower and the fruit, all of human relationships. Completion suggests a fullness of the moment and a need to transform from old form into a new one. So the invitation in this card says you've finished a cycle. This is very like the world. The world does talk about that. When you look at the tarot, the cards start with the Fool, and then all the major arcana talk about different stages of the Fool's journey. So he's kind of, or has progressed through the different stages. All the different things that happen in the major arcana come to culmination with the world, and the world kind of says that journey is complete. You know, you have learned what you needed to learn. In reality, we don't just start with the Fall and work all the way through to the world. That's not life. We go backwards, we go forwards, we go sideways. But eventually, as we go through life, the idea is to come to some kind of feeling of completion. So it says here, you've finished the cycle. There is no more growth or benefit from hanging on to the old. In regard to relationships, it is time to honour what has been and find a new form for the future. In your ventures, it is time to reap your harvest. Completion is a time for celebration. It is the end of summer when the fruit is ripe. So a lot of people, when you start to talk to them about completion, and when we're looking at relationships and things like that, sort of start to freak out and think, oh my God, I'm going to lose them. They're going. This is going to be the end. Completion is not about the end. Okay, so it's about coming to the end of a cycle. So it could be that you're in a relationship that has kind of been going through some ups and downs. It could be a completion of that. It could be meaning that part of that relationship is done now and you can move on into smoother times. So it's not all just about endings at all. It's not at all about that. So as you can see, the circle actually has no end. You know, we have a beginning, we have a middle, and we do have an end, but that then leads into a new beginning. So it goes on. So it's a cycle that goes on. So in terms of the two cards together, this might be saying to you, you have something has run its course, and there is a new opportunity that comes as a result of that. Maybe, don't know, just an example, that you have been studying for something and you have kind of done your whole course, you've come to the completion of that course, and you are now ready to start with that new things that you've learned, with that new knowledge, to be able to go forward and start something new. So, you know, all that course that you'd learned, all that stuff that you've learned from that, you can take that on and start your business with it. Just as an example of what I'm kind of talking about, rather than garble on too much. So yeah, it's about that. It's about kind of taking what you know and moving on and starting something new. So I will leave that with you for today. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will speak to you again tomorrow. Bye for now.